right, here we go. Once again, welcome on. So we should now be live across everywhere you're seeing this. So what we're doing here is putting together some AI assets, building an AI twin, but showing you, first of all, a couple things. One main thing here, and by the way, if you're on live, just type live or type into the comments, and then I can see your comment here. And would love, feel free to ask questions. Happy to answer questions as we're going. I have a couple things I want to share. The whole purpose of this is to create some assets, create materials that go out that I can post at least daily and essentially start bringing in a lot of leads and traffic, but done in a way that doesn't look like AI slop like most people are doing when trying to use AI. And when this is done right, you're probably not going to be able to tell that it's AI at all. And it's only going to get increasingly, as people catch up to the kind of skills I'm showing you, you're going to see more and more where you won't be able to tell. Now, you're going to be able to tell at first because you're going to watch me do it. But then in the days, the weeks to come, you're probably not. And so the big target for this particular day today is going to be to finish up with my brand kit. I hope to do that in the next fast 15, 20 minutes. And then set up a creative director and get some, basically possibly get my first social post out using what I've been building here. And the other purpose of all of this, it's to help you understand how to build an audience and then how to add value and influence that audience, which is something the vast majority of people are missing. Vast. Even some people who are making some money where they're just spamming stuff and there's little to no value in what they're sharing out there because they're only doing marketing pitches. I'm going to show you how to avoid all of those beginner mistakes. And then a third thought here is that please engage with me. Hang on. I think I just found something I was looking for. Let's see. 1, 2. I know you can't see what I'm looking at, but I was looking for where my streams are alive, which this looks good. This looks like it's done correctly. I'm fixing one thing really quickly. No, there is no category. This is give me a minute. Hold on. I'm here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I can't show you what I'm doing. There we go. So what I'm doing is fixing where one of the streams is going to. I don't, category is, it's probably not going to let me. Oh man. It's only listing games. All right, I'm not turning that. Yep, leave. So I've been streaming this to Twitch, to Facebook, and to YouTube. I'm just dumping Twitch as of right now. And I'm trying to get TikTok going, but they still have not. I just actually redid this process and it said I'd get a result within one business day, which was like 20 23 hours ago was the first business day, and it still wasn't even here this morning, 48, 40, 46, 47 hours later. So with all that said, we're streaming in the right places. It says 3 out of 3. Maybe it is going to Twitch. Awesome. Clayton, great. Excuse me. Great to hear from you, Clayton. So that's what we're doing here, is walking you through. Again, this is, I've been going on. By the way, I want you to realize me doing this live is significantly slower than me just ripping through all this, because, I mean, even everything I've done so far, this whole 5 minutes wouldn't even be there. I would just be working already. So there's a lot of teaching lessons and things that are lost, or sorry, that time that we're losing when I do these live. And that, so here's where I'm going with this, is that I don't know if I'm going to continue to do these live like this. I don't know if I'm even going to do recordings like this. What I might just do is get these assets together, maybe show you little snippets of things, but just produce stuff like crazy and talk about what I had done. And then if you want to see it, you can go opt in. I still don't have my email thing set up. Maybe that's something I can do today as well. So two possible things, but what I'm going to dive in with right now is this. And I want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Actually, hang on. I got it. Oh my God. Come on. Okay. Okay. There we go. I wanted to make sure you can see what I'm seeing and everything else. So I'm just diving straight in. So if you haven't been here before, then feel free to ask questions. I'll check in with questions and everything as we're going here. And feel free to make comments. I would love to hear from you. And again, Clayton, thank you for reaching out. So, okay, this stuff looks pretty good, but I don't see a preview button. I don't see how to use what you just gave me. And I'm not sure what you're talking about, preloading my Chrome badge and hex plate, because there's nothing visual to look at. You just gave me a bunch of code. So am I supposed to have a preview button again, or what's going on here? So I'm just working with AI, going back and forth within my brand kit builder here. And I think we're towards the end. And by the way, I'm sick of messing with this. I'm just going to start moving forward with it, and then I can go back and tweak it. So I am not going to sit here like making it perfect. So that's cool. So it's doing the preview tab again. So we're going to have to wait till it codes all this stuff up. While it's doing this, by the way, AI is significantly faster than what you're seeing. But the problem why it's going so slow, which this would be, I mean, this is faster than a programmer can type. So it's actually incredibly fast. But what I mean is, what the potential is, this is slow as hell, because we are limited with what, even if I was fully upgraded to the $200 per month version, they can't give us all the compute power because they're using it behind the scenes to develop ChatGPT, as is all of the AIs. Their whole challenges are to find the balance of their power chips and their GPU. So their power and their GPUs, how do they utilize those between what they need to grow as a company and what we need as their customers, and finding that balance? And they will never, ever have enough. So, and we will never have enough. You're only going to want more and more speed, more, like this sucks sitting here. At least I can explain some things, but imagine if I was not good at doing lives and we just sat here staring at this, waiting. So it should be just about done. It is just about done. So, and I'm waiting for it. Probably usually pops some text in, but let's do preview anyway. We're going to dive in. So so there we go. This looks like, so this is the stuff it gave me. It basically, so you realize what this will be is I don't know if this is just supposed to be text and just the blue background. This is going to need a lot. That's definitely boring and lame. Um, Drop face. It looks like this is supposed to be for my branding here. And then these are for different, here's for a YouTube. Here's for a Facebook or X header. Here's for a slide master, which would be like step 1, step 2, step 3. That's not going to work for slides. Like where all of this space is wasted. I don't really know if this is what I'm supposed to have out of this. This looks almost correct, except this image will cover that up. Like, I don't know if that's all supposed to be like that. Let me ask you a question. So, for example, I'm looking at the YouTube layout that you gave me, and it shares, I see a place for the face, and the face, if it was in there, would be covering up part of the sub tag, which says, here's the 15-minute system to build daily reps. That would be covered by the picture. Above momentum beats motivation, there's nothing there. It's just blue. Is there supposed to be something there, or is this laid out in the wrong steps? I also here's another just concern, or what I'm just noticing is in the slide master, and I don't know if I'm seeing this correctly because I don't know what we're really supposed to do with all this stuff still. I'm a little more clear, but now that I'm looking at this, so for the slide master at the bottom, it says momentum method, and then below that it says a 15-minute daily system. Then there's just huge chunks of blank on the slide. Then there's a 1, 2, 3 at the very bottom, short step descriptions. But number 3 is covered by my branding, Jason Cardamone, Learn, Grow, Inspire. And the biggest part of the screen that slide real estate of the slide master, it's all blank. So what is supposed to be there? Anything? Is it supposed to be blank? I'm lost with what we're doing with this stuff still. and it'll translate all my stuff there, and we're just going to send it. So one of the things I want you to note is the way I'm working with AI back and forth. Hey, Craig, what's up? Leanne, great to see you as well. Awesome to see all of you. So for those, if you weren't here early, I'm basically, I believe I know what I'm doing with this stuff. But if you see the way I'm questioning it, I'm basically coming from the perspective of a brand new person, and I'm partially playing dumb, but I want you, like, I'm doing this more for if I was you using exactly what I'm doing here. If you were doing this, what would you do if you weren't quite sure what to do? So this is the way I communicate with AI. So anyway, awesome catch. Thank you for flagging that. I've pushed a live fix to the same preview, so it's crystal clear. Your face is now reserved on the left. Slide master, big content grid in the center, so a slide isn't empty. Were those really mistakes that I found? That sucks if that's true. How to test quickly. I don't even know. So where it says drop face in there, how do I drop a face in there? I haven't done any of those things yet. And by the way, the slide master now looks much better, much better. Even though the short steps at the bottom, there's definitely some overlap with the things above it, where you have the main content. This makes way more sense, by the way. Thank you for these fixes. There are problems on almost every slide where there's huge chunks of blank space. I don't know if again, example, the square post at the very top, there's a drop face on the very bottom, bottom 20%, bottom left. It's partially going over the bar. The bottom right is my branding, which kind of gets blended in. I don't know why my last name is bolded and my first name is not. Looks like my last name is double bolded. It does have my Learn, Grow, Inspire, but all of that kind of blends into the background when I'm on classic mode. So if I go to minimal, it looks way better. But then there's just, why is the highlight of it like the background? There's not, I don't understand how these slides are not, all these different layouts are not consistent with each other, minus the slide master is now. And then the YouTube one, it looks a little better, but there's huge. So where it says, here's the 15-minute system to build daily reps, is that designed to be like paragraphs of text? So it takes up more of that blank space below it. But there's issues on like multiple of them. Although I will say the slide master looks better, but there's still overlap. So anyway, that and additionally, where it says drop face, I don't know what you mean by that. Drop where? What tool? Where do I drop a face in? From where? Do I drag it in right here into the ChatGPT interface? I don't know how the drop face works. These are just mock-ups, right? I don't get all that. So I'm basically just telling it I don't know how to use everything that it's giving me so far. And I don't know if I'm supposed to know if it was hidden in some of the text that it gave me in all of these like countless. I mean, been going back and forth for, I'll back them through the preview tool, editing visual preview. So let's see. Steven, Steven, if you haven't been plugging in the last few days, then you're just going to have to play catch up. This is building, or if you missed the beginning of this, I'm building out a brand kit, getting AI. So all of this was designed from some of my branding that I brought in. It's still not even really close to, it grabbed a bunch of pieces from my branding, which is actually really cool with some of the stuff it brought in. But I'm not totally happy with all the, I mean, what the... Okay, totally fair questions. Here's how to actually use the preview and what I fixed so the layouts feel right. How to drop face inside the preview. Open the canvas titled Visual Preview. Okay, I'm there. That's what I'm already in, by the way. So if I get out of this, it's right here. And then it said, where is it? On the right-hand panel, find add your images. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no add your images. Oh, this is cool. So I can just auto change text. There's only one subline. YouTube keyword strips. I don't know where that's supposed to, systems clarity momentum. I don't even know what that means. Layout controls, add your images, background plate, choose file, no file chosen. Oh, look at that. It didn't say that they're clickable. Look at that. Okay. I'm gonna play a little bit here. Shit. Hang on, I found, where's the stupid selfies? Jesus. I have a freaking folder of selfies. I swear, maybe it's in the, oh Jesus. Okay, it is in there. Let me also, I'm so sick of going multiple places. Let's grab this and the biggest one of those. 512 is probably good. Damn it. Hold on, I pushed the wrong damn button. Nope, it's only let me do one at a time. So selfies, copy, go back. Nope. One, two, three, four, five. It's enough for now. Okay. I think we're good for now. And I'm just going to load in. See, I don't know if this is going to work at all. Let's, that sucks. I thought it was going to like fix the background. So I think that's stupid so far. Background plate. Click the file input and choose one of your Chrome hex backgrounds. What the? No. What Chrome hex background? If it's talking about. Oh, shit. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all the stuff not being in one place for this project, so I'm going to fix all that. Like, I threw all the selfies together. I don't want to go to this separate folder to pull this stuff. I assume it's talking about this stuff. I have no idea. This can't. There's no way this can work correctly. I like this a lot better like this. This suddenly... Did this thing pull off some genius? Maybe. Badge. Choose your badge PNG. These upload boxes live inside the preview, not the chat, so you won't drag files in the chat when it just use those files input. Okay, what I'm going to do, copy that because I might need to come back there. Hang on. Let me do this. No. Background plate. I think I like that one that was there, but let's do... I don't think I need those other rings anymore. Now that little silver bar at the background makes more sense, but there's no way it only looks good on those two, and then it's just cut off completely for those ones, which that's okay. The Jason Cardamone's cut off on the real story background one. What I was going to do though, I want to change to my main. Oh, those, okay, good. Selfies there. See, this is going to look like crap because all this freaking white space around. Actually, not bad. It kind of chopped some of that. Okay. I don't know what badge is though. I'm just going to randomly. So that's the badge. That's dumb. I wonder if this is supposed to be my whole, is it this? My, now that covers that. That sucks. Probably because it's not transparent. Where's my transparent one? I'm pretty sure I have one. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Can I remove badge? Badge. How do I remove? badge contrast on, off. That looks bad. Off. All right. I'm just leaving this. This is freaking. This covers the name. This looks a little better, but it's still a little messed up on the bottom. Not bad. I'm just going to focus on the square post. So they're intentional safe zones, so your face plus headline have breathing room and don't compete with the badge and the metallic bar. That said, I've tightened spacing, giving you controls to shrink and enlarge the face and reposition. Okay, so that would be this. Okay, and does that do all at the same time? Which, that sucks, you can't see them. Yes, it does. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just focus on the square post for now, just optimize for one thing. Badge position. Oh, that's way better, dude. There we go. Well, at least for that slide it is. I hate that the Learn Grow and Squire. I wish I could change the width. I'm gonna. Okay. I like this top. Okay. We're getting there. So I'm only going to focus on one thing at a time. Can you also build in an adjuster for that metallic bar or silver bar that's at the bottom of the screen in classic and hybrid mode? What I would like to do is be able to adjust it up or down so that I can show more or less things at the bottom of the screen. That would be super helpful. Thank you. Oh, look, I finally said thank you again. I haven't said please or thank you to AI for like days and weeks probably. So this is almost there. There's still a lot of wasted space right here. Let's see if there's any. Hey, what's up? Hilkapee. Hey, Nikki, what's up? Great to see you. So let's see if it gives me a little. I want to be able to slide this a little bit and to show the Learn, Grow, Inspire right below Jason Cardamone. Although it might also make this emblem at the bottom look jacked up, but maybe I'll just move it to the top. Oh, wait, it just got rid of all my stuff. Oh, well, I don't care. So see how it's giving me all this. Okay. I like it. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I can tell it to give me some other controls. So, okay, we're going to go grab, no, let's do the other one first. Background plate. Choose face. Selfies. Yeah, the gray blends in too much, so we got to change again. I'm doing an experiment. I want to see if it zooms in on my head here. No, I didn't think it would. Face size. I need a way to adjust that all together. Because I don't want to have to get all of these. But anyway, I am just going to go. It kind of does blend in, but I don't want it sticking out too much. So does the badge replace that. It's okay if it does. Selfies, images, this. It does replace that, and we want it smaller, and we want it on the bottom right, and then I want to adjust this bar height to, okay, this I'm way happier with right there. This is way better. Way happier with that. This is pretty redundant having this thing. I need a remove button as well. I'm just not going to request that right now. So now what the hell do I do with this? I okay, we're good for now, or at least for the one I just optimized for, which was the square post. There's still a big chunk of white space in it, and I still want some other controls, but I don't want to mess with things further right now. Is what I'm looking at once I've added the background plate and the face and the badge, and then the limited number of text and subline. Like the subline, there's only one, and the text, there's only like 6 options. Is that image like, is that what I'm supposed to post on social media? Is that it? How do I further customize it? How do I customize it by hand as far as the text? What is my outcome, or is this just a piece that the creative director or something else is going to fill in all of these details for me? And is this just a mock-up I'm doing? And if I am supposed to use this image, do I go and like, how do I get this image out of here? Like outside of me doing an actual screenshot. Like if I were to use the square post I currently have created, how do I use that? I know I've asked like 2 or 3 different questions, so please address all of them. There are some different controls and stuff I want to be able to change around some more for sure. But I just need to, I'm sick of the details. I need to get some damn reps in and iterate. In fact, maybe I should flip it to, where's the one with reps? I saw one with reps. You don't need more time, just tighter reps. So that's pretty funny. And here's the 15-minute daily system to build daily reps. That doesn't make a lot of sense out of context, but I don't hate it. Hey, Nikki, so is this the new brand? Kind of. I mean, this is my OG brand. It's basically creating AI templates. It's freshening up my brand, keeping what I liked from before. And by the way, normally everybody, you just create your brand from scratch with this tool. So I don't know if I shot myself in the foot trying to make it match my existing brand, but I paid a bunch of money and time for my existing brand, and I don't want to redo it all. That sucks. It redid all this. I really didn't want that to happen. So, okay. Yes, if you like how it looks, that's a real portable asset. It's not just a wireframe anymore. How to customize the text, not limited to 6 options. You now have custom headlines. Well, dude, yeah. Now I have custom, and it just reset everything, which sucks. I didn't tell it to not reset. That is cool, though. It added more features. It didn't want it to, but I didn't tell it. You see, I made the mistake, not the AI. Although it'll continue to get more intuitive, there are times where it would have just not changed any of this, so I could save what I had. I shipped a real export PMG button for each frame. Export. Okay, that is freaking awesome. Click it, you'll download a crisp. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What's the outcome? I can do immediate posting. I can build a header with the background, da, 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 da. Or I can dial in spacing, metallic bar height, da, 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 da. Once you do this, once you love the look, I'll clone these settings into your Canva template so you don't have to tweak every time. So, okay. I think what we're doing is getting a solid template, and then it's going to go into Canva, and then everything is interchangeable with all kinds of stuff. That's going to be done, I'm assuming, by my creative director, where I can just spit out tons of different versions where things are going to look all different from each other. So there are tweaks I'm still going to do to these things here, but I'm so sick of this. I am so sick of this part of the process. I'm done with this crap. So what I'm going to do, choose the background plate. Shit. I don't even know what I'm using anymore. This one's a little more noisy, but I'm going to go for it. The face headshot, selfies. Going to do that for now. The badge. And make the badge smaller and do it bottom right. And then we're going to go make the metallic bar so the whole bar can move. I don't want my domain at the bottom. I got rid of all that. This is what the whole graphic looks like behind, by the way, but I like how it did this. That's pretty freaking cool. I wish I could slide this around. I wish I could slide my image a little bit. This is an overlap, which sucks, but it gave me this. There we go. It's not bad to have white space like this and this, but I don't need my brand this big on this slide. This stuff this is the main highlight, and then that's probably a little small. I'm probably going to ask it, not right now, later. I'm probably going to ask it for different fonts, and maybe this is all just to go throw everything into Canva, and then you change all this shit after that. See, I don't see the 30,000 foot view, which sucks. So maybe I'm trying to do too much at this layer where this is just supposed to be more foundational. I don't want those rings in there. I don't want the minimum thing, so I'm going to leave it on this classic thing. So I'm just going to run with this single. Now, this is all jacked up. This is kind of jacked up. This is definitely jacked up. This one is almost there, but there's a little overlap. But this could be cool. I did this. Although I'm not going to always want this. Some are going to be just this. So I don't know if that fixed layout, if I'll love for slides, but and I still don't see where this is. YouTube keyword strip. Systems clarity momentum. I have no idea what that does. I don't care. I'm just focusing on this for now. I'm sick of doing all that. Uh-oh. Shit. I don't want to tell it that the button isn't working, because I don't want it to redo everything. Okay, this says stop, which tells me it's still thinking. Come on. Shit. Okay, that's just stop the preview. God damn it. So is there a way when I am in the preview, when I go to export PNG, is there a way to where I can leave the plate and the face and headshot and everything as is. Because every time if I go off the screen or try to play with things, it resets everything, and I don't want to keep loading it in and setting everything. Or maybe it can memorize all my settings from how I had it previously. Also, the export PNG button is doing nothing when I click on it. It allows me to click, or at least it highlights. It looks like I can click it. It goes to highlight when I hover the mouse over it. But when I click, nothing happens. So Nikki made my AI a him. Love it. Ask him to go back to the one you had before, like the blue one. Don't reset it. Yeah. Do you mean this blue one, Nikki, without all my branding stuff? It could be. Like, this is a lot cleaner kind of a look. And I don't mind like this just by default. I think it does start to get a little messy once I'm adding my other stuff in. But also at this point, I just want to freaking do whatever I don't even know what the next step is. I just want to be done with this. It says updating in the bottom right, and this is still going. I don't want to get out of the preview. I don't know what it's really all going to do, but okay, whatever I do now persists. Okay, let's see, dude. We are going to find out. Okay, I'm going to do the background plate and the badge at the exact same time. Oops, the background plate is wrong. The face, now only change directory once to selfies, upload that. Okay, now we're going to do See, if I put it up here now, it's like we're really lacking the most important spot of the entire thing. It's blank. So I'm not totally happy with it, but it's good enough. You suck. Wait, maybe I have to save all this. Save. I don't trust that it's working. They're saved. If you want to manually lock in or wipe settings, autosave is on. The background plate will automatically. I don't believe you. Let's test it. Okay, good job. Good job. I hate how it takes me back previous. Export PNG now works with a fallback. No, nope. I harden the export buttons, click export PNG in the title bar of any frame, and it downloads a crisp 2x PNG. To where, dude? It's not downloading jack. Where's the stupid downloads tab? It is not downloading anything. Export PNG. Click, 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 click. If you click it 1,000 or dozens of times, that doesn't help. That's a joke. Your browser blocks it for any reason. You'll see a clear message with a quick fallback, but it should just work. No, it does not just work at all. The save feature works because I left the visual preview and came back and it kept my changes. So that's awesome. But the export PNG button is still doing absolutely nothing. So please find a way to fix that. So here's the deal. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a template, and then I pull it somewhere, and it can just make me boatloads of these with different backgrounds, different images, different everything changing, where I can just post stuff. I don't think it's supposed to be the same boring blue branded background all the time. And I'm supposed to set up a creative director and generate 3 AI twin photos. I'm sick of this shit. I'm not gonna do all that. But I will. I mean, today. I'm really sick of this damn process right now. And yesterday I got through that by just persisting, and I got kind of inspired, and I went for like 2.5 hours. So here's a couple things I'm noticing. People aren't staying on these lives very much. Awesome, Nikki. I should be watching your comments. Let you know, like I normally do, right freaking there, so then I know what you're talking about. So you might be seeing something better than I even do. But anyway, if I can download this thing, I'm just gonna post this damn thing, and I'd be done and feel like I accomplished something, even though I'm accomplishing a lot the more time I put into all this. But damn it. So dumb. No, and Nikki, normally I would know what you're meaning, but I wasn't watching chat live until just now. So I actually don't know which part, I can usually figure it out in context, if that makes sense. So, okay, cool. Appreciate that. And by the way, I'm not the best designer in the world. I'm decent. I know white space. I know marketing, the psychology and everything. And there are certain parts of a screen or where you have an eyeball look that are more important than others. This is not the end target for sure. There's a couple problems, but I am totally in a good enough. I want to get this stuff done, even though this really isn't done. Because if this is to be the template, this does have to be perfect. Because every post is going to be similar, although we're going to change. I think everything is interchangeable, is my understanding. So I think at some points you're going to see an image of me. Maybe sometimes it'll be a longer one, and the background will be like I'm in a forest or hiking or whatever, and the words change, and I don't know if this stuff stays the same. I don't know all of that, but we'll figure it all out. That's the stuff that pisses me off, is I don't have our end, start with the end in mind, Stephen Covey. So I don't have the full end in mind. I just have a vague idea of what I think we're doing. So that's where I'm getting really pissed and getting sick of, what if all these nickel and dime details don't even matter, and I'm supposed to do this level of detail down the road. So the problem is, though, go to the square frame, click export PNG. If nothing downloads, check for a new tab with the image. No, bro, there's no tab. There's nothing. There's no. I need you to fix the export PNG button in a way. I never allow pop-ups from any browser or any program, so we're not going to be able to do this with pop-ups. There are other, like, for example, when I'm in Zoom and when I click on download the file, it just downloads it. Like, and you also, there is no, I would be happy with a copy PNG to clipboard. That would totally work. I would far prefer it. Can you just open image in new tab? Can you give me a button for that, like a normal browser? And, my concern is I'm a super advanced user here, but if I'm telling people to go through this process, they're not going to know to ask you to give a special, open image and new tab button. Almost no person in the world is going to think about that, because that's a more technical thing. but that is something that every browser is capable of. So can you please do the export PNG button or some button or buttons in a way that will work for me right now and for everyone? And by the way, I think most people do allow pop-ups, but that's a security risk. That's why I don't allow them. So anyway, please fix it for me. I added in the for me because I don't really care about future proofing this. And I think, I mean, I do, but this isn't my brand GPT kit. Although I want you to see these things and the way I'm working, going back and forth with it so that you're able to do this stuff way the hell faster than I've done it. I knew this is supposed to take 75 minutes, but I'm not even to the creative director part. I don't give a shit about the creative director right now. I'm so sick of this. I really didn't want to do any of this morning anyway, but I don't want to miss getting progress on all of this stuff. And I really don't know if I'm going to stay. Oh, that's awesome, Nikki. Thank you for reporting that account. They almost never remove those, by the way. It takes a whole bunch of people to report them. So thank you so much. That's freaking awesome. The fake Jason Cardamone accounts. So the real one, if you're on Facebook here, I'm the only one with the blue check mark. I pay for that just to make sure you don't get scammed. I hate paying Facebook for that, by the way. But I would much rather pay some money to save more people, especially people who are not very tech savvy, that are more likely to get scammed. So now we have 3 buttons. Save as, does nothing. Download, does nothing. Copy. This is so stupid. Yeah, the copy doesn't work either. Son of a... Okay, I'm going to see if this copy button works. I'm pretty damn sure it does not. But that would be... Oops. I mean, this isn't where I want it, but yeah. All it's doing is copying the last thing that's... None of those buttons work. None of your 3 buttons are working. I am on a Chrome browser. I do not want to export all as a zip. I just want something really quick. I want to grab one damn picture at a time, and I want to be able to immediately, ideally, just save it locally so I can use it a bunch of times. But I just need it quick. This is super slow. I'm super frustrated. Please give me something that allows me to grab this picture without me, you know, doing a screenshot, which is going to look like crap because it's going to grab beyond the curved borders and everything else. I don't want to do my own screenshot. I want a way to just grab this file out. I just want the square post. Yeah. Only took maybe 2 hours. I mean, really, it probably is close to... Today's a solid about 45 minutes straight. There hasn't been much downtime outside of waiting for AI. So I think today's been pretty efficient with sharing information with all of you while we're waiting for AI to come back with something new. This is stupid going back and forth about the buttons, but also this is something all of you are going to face. I mean, I already know how to do all this stuff because I've been working with AI for years. Beyond 2 years, but ChatGPT for 2 full years at least. Right after when ChatGPT rolled out and became more users quicker than anything in all of human history. I'm gonna grab this. It's still running code. Okay. Run successfully. Running code. So it did add a new quick export along with all of the other buttons. It says, but for now, this gives you the grab one damn picture at a time flow you asked for with the square. Oh, I'm so mean. Save as. I'm copy button gives a console error of that. So what I'm basically doing is just, and notice how for each one, I just copy the previous. I don't want to retype. Button gives a console error of this colon. I just want to. Download doesn't work. Download button gives a error of, and then I delete the previous one and paste that. And then this last one, the quick export button, and maybe it doesn't give an error. Shit. Jesus, computer's going slow. I have a beast of a computer too. Quick export. The fuck? What the? Oh my God, give me a freaking break. This sucks. So I still have no way to download this at all. Oh my God, I can't. I can't even open up the thing now. Hoisting. This is so stupid, dude. So I've been live for almost an hour. We're just about done with this. Um I don't normally chuck in the towel this early, but I also know the longer I go, exactly. So yeah, Nikki, I appreciate you. I know people are going to start leaving. Unless if you guys want me to keep going, I will. I will only keep going right now if this is still serving you. But we've already gone an hour, and this is just a dumb bug. By the way, there are things to learn by watching me go back and forth and try to get all this addressed. It is still what I changed the export. They're now defined at the Jesus. So look, it gives me all this. Like, I'm not going to go into this because I kind of know what this means, but no one else besides programmers are going to know what the hell all this means. And I actually don't. Here's a bigger point. I don't care. It doesn't matter if I know what those things mean. What matters is, can I communicate? And really, I don't even want to read any of this shit. I don't really care what it did. Oh, look at this says I can right click save as. That this freaking works. This. So quick export and then right click save as. This will work. It is we did find a way around it. I hate download. That sucks, but we're going for it. So now Jason's brand, and we're going to do a I'm making a new folder. By the way, you should probably model the way I keep things kind of organized, even though I get pissed jumping around. All of this is under a Jason's brand folder. And then underneath that, because Jason's brand has the previous stuff, but all the new stuff, I'm just going to call it brand kit creative director. That's going to be the file everything goes into. This is going to be first square. That I'm so sick. I don't even care about anything. So here's what I'm doing. Let me show you guys this. I have shit. You're not gonna be able to see this on Facebook. Let me do it right here. And now you can't see it because my freaking thing's in the way. So over here. Create brand kit with GPT. Shit. The white space is not setting up correctly. So there's four dialogues here. Create brand kit with GPT. We're mostly done with that. I just need to tweak a bunch of crap. Number 2 is set up creative director. Haven't touched it. I'm so maybe I'll do it today. My energy. I'm frustrated right now. I'm super aware of my energy. I need to, here's the deal. This is my best energy time of day. And I almost never am this, things don't get to me this early, especially when this is my best time of day. So, and I'll sit with what's happening here. This is part of this feels like a complete grind. It's super frustrating. I am just drained as hell. So anyway, I don't want to do these more tweaks. I might go play with some of the creative director stuff, but I'm not going to go too far down that without showing you guys stuff I'm doing there. So I might save it. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. There were more of you on today. Thank you so much for especially Nikki and all of you who even said anything that you were even paying attention. Thank you, because I was highly considering just stopping these lives altogether was my thought earlier this morning. And doing some other version of this. I think part of it is keep these to about an hour. It's already hard to keep a live audience edutainmented. So I did my best with that. I'm supposed to generate 3 AI twin photos. I have none of that, but I don't have my director done at all. And then create a first social post. So I'm kind of cheating. And so what I'm doing is going to create my first social post. What I'm going to do is, and I'm not going to say a damn thing about it either. I am going to grab right here. We're going to go to okay, it's this one. Brand kit right here. I'm literally just going to Is there a way to do audio to text from a computer right here? I don't know of an easy way. This is why, by the way, I'll usually default and just do things right from my phone. Which also, I just realized the directory with these images, these are going to have to be somewhere else that I can easily access through my phone. I have a little workaround where I put them on a web program, basically the cloud, then I pull them from there and then I post from here. But that would be just to be able to speak into my phone to get these words, and I'm already a fast enough typer. I'm not gonna put much effort into this. The beginning of recreating my brand and in other words, how to create tons and tons of high value social media content. And by the way, so I'm looking into the next steps. So all that stuff I listed the 4 bullets before is day 1. Week 1 is build a 7-post social series, build 5 branded backgrounds, generate carousel templates. So I think this stuff ties into the creative director. And again, I easily am like, I just skipped it. I have a feeling once I get into the creative director, that's actually going to be some breakthroughs. Going to be like, oh my God, I don't have to do this X, Y, or Z with this initial brand kit stuff. And maybe I do, but I don't know that until I go to the next steps. And I am kind of inspired to, but I don't want to make these lives way too long. I mean, here's another thought. I want to end with, by the way, let me just post this. Does this auto go to Instagram? I don't freaking remember. And is there anywhere else I want to put this? No, I don't really care. I'm pretty sure this auto goes to Instagram. And by the way, I don't even care about Instagram because they killed my old account and I'm pissed at them. So this is... The picture needs to be lower. But it's good enough. Again, I'm not overthinking. It's a ready, fire, aim. Instagram. I don't even know what my new real account is. I'm pretty sure this is the one they stole from me. Is it the real Jason Cardamone? I don't freaking know. New ads, the real new. I think it's this. So those asshats, I wasn't even using Instagram and they just deleted my entire account. And by the way, what you see here, so this little delay, this is using Google Authenticator to get in. Now, do I just use the Facebook one? No, Instagram has its own. I should look up whether that can be reverse hacked if I allow you to see the 6-digit code. I don't care. Just, come on. Jesus. How do you see your profile? I don't even know if this is like, okay, profile. This looks like it's newish, but it might only post from my phone. Very possible. What the hell, dude? I'm putting this on Instagram manually, which I don't ever do any of this, by the way, ever. But this is why I saved the words, because now I can just paste them. See how I copy and paste like everything? I'm always... So I had grabbed that from the Facebook post, the words, in with the spacing and everything, the way I wrote it. And that's because in case I needed it over here. That's how many times I've done stuff like this where I just automatically think I might need this. Let me copy it just in case. Because it takes a half a second just to copy. And then, oh, and this will share it to threads. I'm pretty sure though, like all this stuff, I didn't post any of this crap on Instagram. I haven't logged into Instagram for like at least a year or two. So anyway, I think it only shares from Facebook if I post from my phone for some reason. Maybe we have Instagram bugs. So that's there. Not too bad. Although I didn't even fix the sub line. That's how sick of this stuff that I am. Wait, what did that just say? Jason Cardamone, the real JC. That's so stupid. Because I had actual just Jason Cardamone or the Jason Cardamone. 178 followers, 26. Yeah, so this is all completely organic. I've done almost nothing. And I lost thousands of connections here. So I'm just like, screw this. I'm not even messing with that. Although I did read the other day, Instagram is responsible. Facebook Meta properties get 3.8 billion people per day or something, almost half the population of the earth, or maybe it was close to 5. So around plus or minus half of the earth's population is on Meta properties every day. I believe a big ass chunk of those were Instagram. I forgot the details, but I remember I'm pretty sure Facebook is basically a dying platform. But because of Zuckerberg and their money and what they're doing with AI, they definitely can do, like, it's between probably them, Grok, or Google. Very likely Google are going to win the AI wars. ChatGPT is a tiny player, but they are the ones who have forced the biggest innovation because they came out first. They forced Google to start getting Gemini out because Google had been working with AI for years before that. So anyway, we don't know who's going to win. Chrome definitely won the browser wars eventually. It beat out Firefox, and Firefox took out AOL and Netscape. And you can go look up all the current stats and everything else. Let's even do that while we're here. And by the way, this would be good to do in AI as well. In fact, let's just do that. You see how it defaults to thinking mode? I want it like that. This is just a fun little side thing. I saw an official post the other day, and it was talking about the daily number of logins to Meta properties. And I think it was in the Facebook State of the Union that Zuckerberg posted. What I'm interested in is what are the most trafficked social media sites today in order from the number one most visited down to the least visited. Maybe just give me like the top 10. I'm especially in all of these lists I'm going to ask you for. I definitely want a minimum of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I want all of those at minimum. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple primary ones. I don't really care about Threads. I don't like Threads, but I think there's another couple very important social platforms I wasn't thinking of. I want the important ones on the list, not only the top 10. But I would like the top 10 listed from number one most visited down to the least visited. And I would also like another list of where, maybe if you could, this is even better, then make me a graph of, and you can make the first one a graph too, but I want a chart of the growth of the platforms over time. And I don't care if that's month to month or year to year, but I want to see what platforms are losing subscribers or daily logins. And I want to see what platforms are growing daily logins. if you are in marketing, you should be fascinated by what I'm doing right now. It's probably one of the most important things to a degree. Now, what I will say is you rock so much, Nikki. I know you probably bailed. What's awesome is you don't have to be on the most trafficked, but I want to know if I'm on dying platforms, and I'm pretty sure Facebook is dying, by the way, but I am a numbers person. I don't want to just guess. I have a really good intuitive feel for all this stuff too, but Facebook is my primary place, then YouTube, then TikTok currently. That's just how it is, and I'm highly video oriented as well. So come on. I'm going to check my TikTok review status just in case. Just in case they made a decision within an hour. Come on. Okay. No freaking way, dude. But SimilarWeb it's crazy legit. What the? Holy crap. This is exactly, remember I said like close to half. So 3.54 billion daily active people on the whole Meta family. Now that's what I must have read in his post. Okay, and then 3 billion of them are on Instagram. So what does that mean? Like, see, I take that to mean only 500 million are on Facebook. But this says Facebook berries. Facebook, then Instagram, then X, Reddit. That's not social media, dude. I mean, it kind of is. WhatsApp, that's not, you're not posting shit on WhatsApp. That's literally just messaging. I don't include that at all. TikTok, that's fascinating. Where the hell? How is YouTube not listed there? There's no freaking... I specifically said YouTube as well. Stupid thing. But it's showing it down here. Oh, this is the latest figures. And they're in order. So the whole Meta family... This is so stupid. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and then just Instagram. That's already listed here. So what does that even mean? How does Facebook really become number one? I don't know. I don't know. That would be awesome if it's correct. YouTube, way up here. TikTok, about half of YouTube makes down versus late 2024. Holy shit. Really? Telegram, Scamville, Snapchat. I don't know enough about it. Pinterest, old school thing. There's some cool stuff you can do on Pinterest, by the way, with images. Now that I'm doing so many images, maybe I'll mess with Pinterest. X. Okay. Who's growing versus slipping? Reddit is up. Pinterest is up. Snapchat is up. Meta is up. YouTube is still huge. Growth continues, but pace varies by source. TikTok's global appears down versus... really, dude? Regional traffic, regional trends differ. Unclear. LinkedIn, you don't really know. X goes all over the place. Where... Yeah, I don't want to download, dude. I just want to see the damn chart. That's so dumb. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube still dominate reach, top of SimilarWeb chart. SimilarWeb, just so you all know, that is the best sort. Like that is how you know who is going where. So I love, by the way, I'm going to open SimilarWeb right there. We'll go play with some stuff. If you want momentum tailwinds, Reddit, Pinterest, Snapchat. Interesting. TikTok remains enormous, but the global suggests a cooling of late. That is fascinating. And I could do it to US only, or Facebook, Instagram, X. Look where people spend a lot of time. X, Facebook. Discord, Telegram, double digits. Messenger is that the highest? It is the highest. Fascinating. Maybe I don't feel so far out of... Look at all these other places though. Let me give you guys just like a little hack. You could go to somewhere like slideshare.net and just create boatloads of slides and figure out how they get ranked and how people are going there. Notice how they went up 7 spots as well. Look at that. Like, who's the trending? Trending doesn't matter that much to me, but it's interesting to look at. Who joined the top 100? Who left the top 100? I don't know what. I don't know any. That's not really helpful, but the rankings are. And no, let me keep using it. Fuck you. That sucks. Okay, that's what I hate about SimilarWeb. And I don't have an account anymore. I know I did somewhere. There's just, dude, just web intelligence. I don't want to talk to sales, entrepreneurs. Fuck you. I'm not paying $100 a month for like this incredible data. So anyway, that is, by the way, think of this. If I can grab stuff and this has access to it in AI, why would I go pay SimilarWeb directly when I can probably get a lot of the insights right from AI? And think about, this isn't about SimilarWeb, it's about everything. Every single thing that you would ever, or anybody would ever purchase online. AI will change everything that we've ever known and continue. It already has. It will continue to change it even faster and even more drastically than what we've already seen. So with all that said, what's up? What's up, Tanya? No way that's right. What I do know is SimilarWeb is definitely the premier. It's what every millionaire and billionaire on the planet, I just heard it mentioned yesterday from someone I highly respect as a mentor that knows their stuff, that has started 20 different AI startups. He definitely knows his stuff. He is a computer science expert from MIT, and he agrees SimilarWeb is how you know where to figure out where people are going. Now, some of the cool data in there is that if they're not going to your site anymore, you can figure out where are they going from Facebook kind of stuff. It's amazing what it shows. I agree. If I didn't already know what SimilarWeb was, I would doubt a lot of what we're seeing. But there's also other arguably things that are more important than just number of daily visitors. But those numbers match like exactly what I read in Zuckerberg's thing yesterday. And those aren't just from the companies. Those are from actually external companies that are reporting all this. It might be SimilarWeb themselves or whatever they're sourcing their data from. So, and by the way, great to hear from you, Tanya. So that's it for today, everybody. So made some more progress with the brand kit. Got finally a post out. It's definitely not AI. It was definitely all manual. Outside of, it was me just moving stuff around and really, even all the words and everything, almost all of it just came from AI. I don't even think I changed the headline in that last one. I think I just selected something it gave me. So lots of that was from AI, but none of it was automated. None of it was, it was all manual work so far. And there will be much more automation so there's 3 main levels. The first level is like doing things by hand, but that's not even the main way you're supposed to use it through that interface like I am. I think I kind of hacked that together and I believe all that is to be done through the tools when I go through the actual rest of the process. So hope this serves you well. Love and gratitude to every single one of you. Have an incredible weekend. I don't think I'm going to do these lives on Sundays. I do think, at least for now, because we've got some good engagement today, I really appreciate all of you who have reached out that and commented anything. So if you're ever on here, please comment on whatever platform you're seeing this on. But I will. And by the way, I don't believe Facebook is the most trafficked site out of all those. That doesn't make sense to me. But it looked like it kind of grouped those things together. But please keep the comments coming. I will keep these lives going at least starting Monday. And as long as there's some engagement, I'll keep doing them. And I'll also work really hard to keep these, 60-ish minutes or so. We had a little bonus session today. So let me know any questions you have, what else you want to see. This will go way beyond just this beginning part when you see all the AI stuff get set up. Wait till you see me in production mode. I cannot wait for all this. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah, Nikki, awesome to hear from you too. So have an incredible rest of your weekend. Make it count. Go make some... by the way, just because I'm not going live, it doesn't mean I'm not doing work and income producing activity. So go change some lives, pour some value out there, be bold, push your comfort zone, because maximum growth occurs on the border. Maximum growth occurs on this border of support and challenge. Challenge is outside your comfort circle. Support is inside of it. Your maximum growth is going to occur right here, because that causes it to grow. And then pretty soon the things that used to be uncomfortable, as the bubble grows, now they're in your comfort zone. Imagine doing that over the coming days, weeks, months, years. Imagine decades. That's why I showed you that video of me from 2008 or whatever that was on YouTube, the oldest video on there, compared to who you see showing up with you live today. That's the difference in whatever 17, 18 years, with a focus on communication, with doing thousands of live and recorded videos. And so that same thing will happen with you, and you will not recognize yourself in the years to come. And as you step into even more of your best self, you will create an even greater ripple impact for people that they will never have a chance to be exposed to me. They would never even listen to me, but they will listen to you. And there's people you're connected to, they'll never listen to anybody else. And so you may be responsible for the change in their life, or at least for inspiring it, because they have to do the work to change. But that ripple impact, that's at the core heart of everything I ever do. So learn your top values, embrace them, build your life around them, dissolve your trauma on the journey, push your comfort zones, and you will not recognize